Hello everybody and welcome back to Newcastle Fans TV. We are pausing the video there to tell you about our sponsors today, who are OneFootball. OneFootball is the best app out there, it really is. We use it when we're at the games. We use it also when we're on live streams because it has up-to-date pings, tells you when Newcastle have scored, tells you about incidents during the game, and it also you can check the app for all the stats about the games. But even better, you know what it's like over the summer. It's going to be ram-packed with transfer rumours. OneFootball puts all of the articles across the web into one place for you. Download it. It's free. The link is in the description.
You are my one.
That was Sam Mulliner singing, everybody. Welcome to NFTV's. In happy spirits, yes. It's a special occasion, as Johnny, because I've got the hat off. So please tell us why we're here.
We're here to see a bit of history, weren't we? 22,000 people. And
they were coming to see this boy band act that we've got going on here.
22,000 people went to watch Newcastle Women beat Alnwick Town by 4-0. And what a day it has been. It's been absolutely brilliant.
It has. It's even on the OneFootball app that we are sponsored by, which is incredible. As I've seen on the intro there. Oh, I feel like saying, what is I? Because it has been a hell of a day.
It was. It was an incredibly family-orientated, emotional day for that team, and what a turnout as well. It just, days like today just makes you wonder even more why the Bell End, who used to own us, just didn't engage with this club and this area, and just more. He abandoned this club, as in the women's team, and to see so many people turn out today in a Tier 4 game, that was the highest domestic attendance in women's football this season.
Burnley didn't have this attendance yesterday. Watford Burnley.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. What a turnout. I can imagine there was some tears in the dressing room leading up to that, seeing the crowd. I was getting a bit emotional as well, seeing them walk out to Local Hero, and because we've obviously been following the team for a good number of years now. We've had manager, captain and the two playmakers on the podcast. We knew how much it meant to them, so it was an incredible moment for them. I'm so kind of proud of them from afar.
Sounds like a proud dad, doesn't he?
That's what it feels like, though. It's an incredibly family. It was a family day, I thought.
Just happy because he's got his interview with Becky, isn't it?
No, just saw a win. It's been a very good day.
He's out of the mood. But obviously we're all dressed and press as best we can, because obviously we've been invited by NUFC Women, as Sam's mentioned there, because we've been pushing them with vlogs, interviews for the past 4 years, trying to build and promote them as best we can, and across the socials as well. Harry's part of the social team as well, so we have been pushing them. But Harry, I'll come to you. Obviously we were in the press back, sorry pal. You were in the stands. What was it like in the stands today?
It was fantastic. There was a lot of kids about, a lot of young girls, families. It was brilliant to see, brilliant to, try and get different audiences involved, try and get the younger audiences involved, and build more of a future for women at the club. More inspiring, isn't it, to see their women at St James's Park at a huge stadium, see it packed out. It's just more inspiring. It's going to inspire a future generation of female footballers, hopefully, or football fans. Just fantastic to see. There was a lot of young lads as well chanting. It was brilliant. A family occasion, truly, as you've already said, for the players, but also for the crowd as well.
It was absolutely incredible, wasn't it? And there was a game. Let's not forget. Harry, can you please tell us about number 23 and how she got on? I said I'll put him on the spot.
We haven't got a number 23.
I know, I'm just playing with
that. But if I was wrong, then
No, it's Harry's. It's obviously we've been a couple. Obviously this season, well, I've been more a couple, but it's like Harry's been the first one. Sam's eventually got his first one after months of
no COVID or work today, but it was amazing. I tell you what was incredible. We were obviously in the main stand, but watching it fill up 15 minutes before kick-off. The game got delayed by 15 minutes because of the crowd. The sheer volume of people to get into the Leazes. They were on the concourse all the way the length of the East Stand to get into the Leazes. It was just a sea of people. It was absolutely incredible. Gallagate Lower was crammed full of people as well. It's what a day, really. It's incredible for them.
It has. It's been incredible, and this is like as I say, over the channel we've been pushing it. And Johnny, just to see this, we've obviously been with the channel for a few years now, and I've done videos with obviously ex-members at Drew Park thinking, God, the club should be doing this. They should be playing in St James's Park. Maybe we can play it straight after the first team, or the vice versa. Completely different day. a little bit riding on it, obviously depending on what Liverpool Feds did, and unfortunately Liverpool Feds have won today, which means Newcastle United will finish second. But to finish second and be disappointed and have 22,000 people, man.
It's incredible. It was interesting because as soon as that full-time whistle was blown and Becky turned around, and her family must have been slightly above us at the time, and she was asking what was the score, Liverpool, and you can kind of see that frustration almost. It was like, oh, like it was always going to be difficult anyway, but because of the opposition that Liverpool were facing. But it's a springboard for next season. It has to be. You look at everything that we've seen in the last 12 months, and the new ownership have just made this a priority. It's not just a side part, it's a priority for the women's team to do well. I fully expect in the next few years, if everything can go according to plan, a WSL side playing in front of 50,000. And it could be. This is the fourth tier. And look, there was some fantastic football on display today. I have to shout out Georgia Gibson today. I thought she was absolutely brilliant. She more or less had a foot in every single goal today. Katie Barker loves scoring goals. And I've just actually had caught a word with her when she was coming out of the ground. She said, you could have had a hat. She said, no, don't tell us. So it was just brilliant. But I have to point out that Brooke Cochrane, retiring at the end of the season, got a goal, got the penalty. No one was taking that ball off her today to get that goal.
Maybe you're watching my interviews or something.
No.
Because them interviews are coming later on.
I can just preempt them. No, but I obviously watch those interviews because I haven't seen them yet. So it'd be brilliant to find out what Brooke said, what Becky said after the game. But yeah, I don't think it could have ended much better for the women this season. Of course, they'd like to finish first, but that's got to be the target next season.
Yeah, there's a free for all with Katie Barker. I tracked to Brooke Cochrane and Sam. Finally got his interview with Becky Langley, but.
Who interviewed her before? She's been on the podcast.
Yeah, I went in person.
Oh, well, yeah.
Who impressed you today? Because I said Casey Elson.
Casey Elson is fantastic to watch because there's... So I'm going to use the word petulance, but in the most positive way possible. Because there's an attitude about it which you don't want to knock out of a player like that, a flair player going forward, bags of pace, bags of ability. And anything that doesn't go her way, it's like a mini strop kind of way, but it's so entertaining to watch. She's fantastic. I thought the centre-back pairing was solid. Nothing was really getting past them today, Packham and Watt. Superb. George Gibson's different gravy.
What kind of gravy?
Different.
Bisto?
Different. Better than Bisto.
Chicken?
Everything.
Gravy granules?
No. You know, granules. That's an imitation gravy. This is proper different gravy. She is on another level.
Just wondering what gravy?
Another level.
That third goal, though. To drive through literally the heart of Alnwick's midfield, heart through the defence. There was only going to be one outcome by the end of it, but every goal that made the most of it. I think it's Serena who was in the corner, just trying to grab, obviously make sure.
And Colin Locke as well.
And Colin Locke, I got a big shout out to him for all the work he's been doing. Great work for the Newcastle women's team over the years as well. So, yeah, it was just brilliant. But like I think Harry mentioned, it was a real nice family atmosphere, and that's what you get with women's football. It is different to men's football in that sense, but the professionalism is what I really like. I think there were standards there that you were seeing with Becky and the players this season. It's such an exciting prospect now because fourth division, how long do you think it'll take for them to be in the second division, for example? If they can get to the second division, say the next 3 to 5 years, then that's something to look at and go, can we get to WSL with the right investment, the right strategy behind it? There's certainly something to go with.
It's incredibly harsh that only one team get promoted from this division. Newcastle have lost 2 games all season. I mean, credit where credit's due to Liverpool Feds. But earlier this season you were at Kingston Park for the 1-0 loss to Ipswich, who were top of the division above. They only lost 1-0, and that was there was some dodgy officiating that day. So it just goes to show you, they're not far off this. They're not far off that championship level at least.
They're not. Obviously, there is a question with Becky, so stay tuned to that later. Sam asks the question about some of the features of the players and recruitment, so keep an eye out for that. Harry, could you, obviously the first game you've came to, is this something that if this happened on a regular basis, would this hook you?
Absolutely. I don't see why not. I mean, I was here anyway for the men's game yesterday, but to make a weekend out of it especially, it's going to drag a lot more people. Even just having the game on at St James's
Would you do like a Saturday Sunday type thing?
Yeah, well, that's what I've done now, and if that was a regular,
As in like the first team plays Saturday at home, the women's are changed to the Sunday, depending if the FA can allow that, of course.
yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I've done this weekend, and that's what I would, if they were to do that, I would continue to come to women's games, especially at St James's Park. But if it was at a local ground, honestly, if they can continue to do things like this, big events, make it more popular, I think it's brilliant. It's only going to go upwards.
I think it's difficult though, because they play. Obviously, you've seen them play in Calton, the Druids Park, for a number of years now. I think they've outgrown that. If
Do you think they need a base?
They need a base, but the problem is this the base? I'm not too sure. I think, yes, it's fantastic.
Well, where do you look then? Kingston Park?
It's difficult. I think Kingston Park wouldn't be a bad base at all. You get, say, a core support, say 5,000 to 6,000 every week, and then you say 3 or 4 times a season you come to St James's Park. Look at the international breaks. There's no games on. There's always seems to be with Newcastle like a 3 to 4 week break. Right? Can we target one of the games there? So I think it's definitely scope with, but I think maybe they need to look at a new area where they go, like, this is ours.
And as a channel, obviously, we've moved everything to the main channel with the women's and under 23, so you will be kept up to date during the summer. But I think the final word needs to be on Brooke Cochran, who, of course, works for the foundation. She has announced in the match programme, well, I'll leave it to you to see the interview later when she did announcement, because there was a few tears. And she's retiring from football, fairly young age, 28, still nothing. So that's your age, isn't it?
No, I'm a bit younger.
You look a bit older though. But
pot kettle.
well, you know, it's not often this comes off and puts 10 years on us. But that is it from St James's Park. It's been a fantastic day. As I say, stay tuned for all of the interviews. We've got 3 later on, so they could be out with daft o'clock, but it's fantastic. What a day for the women. Big shout out to everybody involved, not just the players, everybody who grafted the arses off behind the scenes. We had a few people come up to us and thank us, but I would like to thank you for doing that. That is amazing for women's football, and kids who'll be looking up and think, wow, and all the lasses going around the pitch, and we've seen signs put up for young girls and young boys. So yeah, there was everything. Shirts, shorts, I seen one, boots, socks, I seen everything. It was brilliant. I love you and all this. But anyways, we'll love you and leave you. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.